In the Hollywood movies, right, we use story. And in any movie that you've seen, think of a movie you've seen even just recently, the movie will always start off with a character. And the character is probably just going about their business. I don't know, sometimes it starts in a kitchen and they're making a cup of tea and whatever, and you think, right, where's this going? Somewhere in about 30 seconds to maybe 10 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, it's probably getting a bit boring. That person that they've introduced into the story will have a problem. Welcome to the Business Bloke podcast. Growing your business doesn't have to be hard. I am your host, Andrew Savage, a business and mindset coach with plenty of leadership tools and strategies to help you grow your life and business. Give yourself permission to get curious, lean in, and enjoy this episode. Hey, welcome to this episode of the Business Bloke podcast. It's just me today, and I am talking about making the customer the hero. In the agribusiness, ag tech space, I see failure in the space of reaching clients, right? So what happens is you might come up with a pretty cool product, whether that's an actual physical product or it could be an electronic or online product, and there's a fair bit of IP goes into that. So sometimes it could be an invention. So you've got trademarks, you've got crowdfunding, you've got all of the intrinsic IP and investment that goes with it. And sometimes it can take 5 or 6 years for a product actually to get from inception to launch. So for that 5 or 6 years, all you're doing is talking about the product. You're talking about how do I build it, how do I grow it, how do I design it, development, software, all of these people that are involved in that process. And then when you hit the market, you can't figure out how to actually talk to the customer about it. You talk to them about, hey, I've got this awesome thing. I've had this person working on it. I've got this research. It's got this piece of software. It's got this piece of science in it. And actually your customer doesn't actually give a toss about any of that stuff. They just want to know you have got the solution to their problem. And how does this come about? It's because in the Hollywood movies, right, we use story. And in any movie that you've seen, think of a movie you've seen even just recently, the movie will always start off with a character. And the character is probably just going about their business. I don't know, sometimes it starts in a kitchen and they're making a cup of tea and whatever, and you think, right, where's this going? Somewhere in about 30 seconds to maybe 10 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, it's probably getting a bit boring. That person that they've introduced into the story will have a problem. That person then goes on to be the hero in the movie, right? Think the phone rings. I've got your daughter. They've got to go find their daughter. Or Frodo's got to try and get the ring into Mordor, whatever it might be. But sometime after that introduction, they introduce a problem, and then that character will then meet a guide. And the guide is you're the person who has the solution to their problem. This character, who's going to go on to become the hero, has a problem and meets a guide. So how do we position ourselves as the guide who has the solution to their problem? Well, what you do is you work yourself through a bit of a framework, right? You talk about the character. Who is this character? What does this character want? In my case, Savage Rural Business, they want a coach and mentor that can help them take their business to the next level. That is the guide. That is me acting as a guide. So you have to nail down, what does this character actually want? This character doesn't want your widget. They don't want your IP, your software. They want the thing that is going to help them overcome that problem that they've got at that time. So what is the problem? You really want to tease out the problem when you're having sales conversations or even in your website, your emails. What is the problem? Is your person overwhelmed? Are they stuck? What do they need? They need someone to help them take them to the next level. What is the feelings that they have when they think about that problem that they have? That's what you want to be talking about, right? Are they stuck? Are they overwhelmed? Are they running out of time? Are they missing out on their kids' assemblies? Are they missing out on time at the beach with their mates? What is the actual problem that they have? That's what you want to be talking about. Then that character, as they go through the movie, meets a guide, like I mentioned. Who is that guide? That guide is someone who has empathy and authority. I've been where you've been. I know what it's like. My other clients have been where you've been. They know what it's like. I have positioned myself as an expert in this space. I can help you with what you've got. You can even ask that question. If someone is talking to you about a problem, you can say, what if I can help you with that? They go, holy smoke, here's my guide. So you position yourself as a guide by displaying empathy and authority. Then what happens? In that movie, that guide will give them a plan. There's always like a burnt out old wizard or some burnt out old boxer or fighter or Mr. Miyagi or whatever. Yeah, I've been where you've been and this is how I did it. So give them a plan. See where they're at right now and figure out how you can get them to that next step. So what's the plan? The plan is, hey, let's talk about where you're at now. Let's mentor you to the next opportunity. Or here, the plan is, get my product on your property and then I will bring some people to set it up and that will set you free. The plan might be, buy that software from us and it will set you free. Whatever the plan is, how do you get your character or your customer across the line as far as what are the things or the things that you will do that will get them across the line? And you sort of set some agreement as far as, hey, you and I do it together and we can grow together. Or if you get that thing on your farm, I'll make sure there is success. Or it could be a warranty or a guarantee. Or if you do that thing, I'll give you your money back. Or I guarantee it's a 10x return. Those types of plans are what unlocks their mind to go, hey, this guy has got the solution to what I need. And then what do you need to do? You got to call them to action. No point sitting on the couch and achieving what you're going to achieve. It's never going to work. You have to call them to action. You have to say, hey, you're not going to find your daughter from the kitchen. You have to actually get on that plane and go and chase her wherever she's been kidnapped. Call them to action. Click buy now. Book a spot on my calendar. Phone me for advice. It could be book an appointment. We're going to come and visit you on the farm. You've got to call them to action in some way that they will buy from you. And you need some sort of transition in that call to action as well. Hey, if you make that phone call, I will give you 30 minutes of my time and we'll hatch a plan together. Or I will come to your farm and I will set up that device. You have to have some sort of transition in that call to action that they know if they make that call to action, something is going to come of it. You paint the stakes of what failure and success looks like, right? For me, in my coaching business, success looks like clarity on your goals. It looks like implementing and achieving your plan. It's becoming a better employer. It's becoming a better leader. If for your product, it could be something like, you just need to say what it is that life looks like if they have a life with your thing on their farm, your software, your hardware, whatever it is that you're selling, your cabin, your fertilizer. What is life like with your thing, and what is life like without it? Stay stuck where you are. You can be in the same place you are now in 5 years' time. Fine, don't get my thing then. That's fine. You just stay doing what you're doing. And then you just say what that transformational piece looks like. You can have my product and live a great life, or you can not have my product and life is pretty sucky. So basically, that's how you position your product as a solution to their problem and make them a character as a hero. A character who has a problem, they meet a guide, the guide gives them a plan, the guide calls them to action. Life is amazing with the guide and this product, and life sucks without it. And it's as simple as that. So if you can position yourself as the guide in your customer's journey and not the hero, then you will have success. And this flows on to all your conversations, your emails, your websites, your social media, the conversations that you have with people as you're meeting them at expos and that type of thing. So it's really powerful stuff to position yourself as the guide and that your product is actually the solution to a problem. Hope that all makes sense. Hope you're out there getting amongst it, and we will talk to you soon. Because I see so many agribusiness operators stuck or struggling to scale, I actually created the Unlock Your Potential program. So over 4 months, we can do exactly that, unlock your potential. So if you're keen on catching up this quarter or starting off this financial year on the right foot, then drop me a DM, get in touch, and we can just have a quick chat and see how we can help. If you've got this far, you've reached the end of the episode, or you've left your car running. I really hope you got something out of this episode of the Business Bloke podcast, and maybe you've got something to take away to apply to your own business. I'm a pretty friendly bloke, so you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, just look up Andrew Savage, or on Instagram, the handle is TheBusinessBloke. Thanks for listening, reach out, and we'll catch up with you soon. Good one. Cheers.